Welcome to the EchosAI podcast. Echos stands for e-commerce conversions and heuristics with optimal search. In short, focused episode, we explore how cutting-edge AI technologies and intelligent search algorithms can elevate your e-commerce conversions. Whether you're a developer, architect, or digital leader, this podcast is your soundboard for what's next in AI-powered commerce. Let your customers' sentiments echo through better experiences, and let those echoes drive conversions.
Hello team, and welcome to the premiere episode of the EchosAI podcast. I'm Bhargav, and today's discourse focuses on the strategic and technical integration of SaaS-based search solutions within the e-commerce ecosystem. My professional experience includes designing and scaling these systems for enterprise retailers. And in this episode, we will unpack the core methodologies underpinning effective implementation. By the conclusion of this session, you will be conversant in mechanisms for behavioral data acquisition, structural design of catalog ingestion pipelines, integration paradigms for search and recommendation APIs, key engineering practices for scalable deployment, resolution strategies for recurring architectural challenges, and a brief case example illustrating these principles in practice. SaaS search platforms, irrespective of vendor specificity, are architected around three core operational pillars. First, behavioral instrumentation to capture user intent and engagement signals. Second, catalog ingestion for structured transmission of product data. And third, search and recommendation APIs for personalized content delivery. These subsystems form the architectural backbone of any intelligent commerce engine. The behavioral tracking layer, commonly termed the pixel layer, operates through lightweight JavaScript snippets or mobile SDKs embedded within the client application. These trackers record and transmit user-generated events such as search queries, product interactions, and transactional milestones to the backend in real time. For accurate session correlation, the system employs a three-part identifier scheme. First, a client ID, which corresponds to the browser or device fingerprint. A second, session ID, which denotes the temporal user visit context. And third, a user ID, an optional authenticated user reference. While the client-side integrations abstract these complexity, server-side models require explicit propagation of these identifiers to maintain a behavioral continuity. Moving along with the second part of catalog ingestion. The catalog ingestion component ensures the engine is informed with a comprehensive dataset encompassing every product, its variants, pricing tiers, media assets, and inventory metadata. A common approach includes sending full catalog feeds, which can be delivered via scheduled cadence using REST APIs or SFTP servers in various file formats. A second approach can be of a delta feeds, which is used for facilitating near real-time updates for inventory and pricing. Most of the times, delta feeds are ingested using REST APIs or using Kafka connectors. Leading platforms offer native integrations with systems such as Shopify, Salesforce Commerce Cloud, and Magento. Best practices for ingestion of these catalogs into the SaaS solutions would be to make sure that you have a consistent usage of normalized product identifiers. It is very critical to make sure that there is a proper variant hierarchy design and a very clean, semantically structured category taxonomy for faceted navigation and SEO alignment. The ingestion engine typically propagates and updates the indexes within minutes. As the last part of the model, the API integration models, there exists two predominant architectural patterns for interfacing with these kind of search APIs. The first one is a client-side integration. The client-side integration entails browser-initiated requests to the SaaS endpoint, which receives JSON-formatted results for dynamic rendering. This model leverages CDN proximity for low latency response times and facilitates native metadata transmission. The second pattern is a server-side integration, which by contrast routes queries through application backend, allowing for orchestration with other systems and generation of server-rendered HTML. This model offers enhanced control but introduces added latency and manual identifier management. A lot of times, even a third hybrid model can be used, which combines server-rendered initial views with client-side enrichment, which is a lot of times adopted to balance SEO, performance, and personalization. With my experience, what I have found as a good developer best practice is to ensure that robust future-proof integrations are created using some below mentioned technical guidelines. It is mandatory that we use persistent identifiers via cookies and local storage to maintain a good session integrity. We should employ vendor-provided SDKs to abstract the request orchestration or any error handling. We should consistently transmit locale, currency, and region information across all endpoints. It is highly critical to apply semantic versioning to API integrations. In order to maintain structured request and response logging, we should have a very robust way to trace the requests and responses across all the systems. It is highly critical to implement caching layers judiciously to mitigate any backend load and to reduce the latency. Now let's go over a few common technical issues that arise when integrating a SaaS-based e-commerce search engine and what you can do to solve them. If your backend integration loses track of who the user is, it's often because tracking identifiers are not forwarded properly. A reliable fix is to use cookies or custom headers to persist those IDs across requests. Next, if your catalog isn't syncing correctly or you notice delays between your product updates and what shows on the site, you will want to implement error alerting and fallback mechanisms. These help detect ingestion failures early and ensure the user still sees fallback data. Another use is when personalization doesn't seem consistent. This is usually caused by incomplete or mismatched user session or client identifiers. Always validate that all IDs are present and accurate in every event you send. If your filters or facets aren't appearing, it might be because key product attributes are missing for your catalog. Double check that the schema includes all the metadata needed to power these filters. Finally, there is always the trade-off between SEO and dynamic performance. The best solution here is a hybrid rendering approach. Using server-rendered pages for the initial view and client-side enrichment afterward for speed and interactivity can really help this trade-off to be much better for your performance of the website. Ultimately, these challenges highlight the need for close collaboration between your engineering team and business stakeholders to ensure both performance and user experience are optimized. To contextualize these principles, consider a user searching for vegan protein bar on a nice vitamin shop website. The pixel layer logs the intent signal. The catalog provides detailed attribute level metadata, including dietary tags. The API computes relevance and returns ranked results based on prior behavior and real-time availability. The user selects a product and completes a transaction. This interaction loop is captured and fed back into the personalization model to define future recommendations. This concludes our strategic and technical overview of SaaS search integration within digital commerce platforms. We explored behavioral event collection, catalog data pipelines, interface design patterns, and operational mitigation strategies. In our next episode, we will dive into the essential product attributes that must be updated in real time to power accurate, responsive search experiences. My name is Bhargav. Thank you for tuning in to EchosAI. Until next time, keep innovating.
Thank you for tuning into the EchosAI podcast. We hope today's conversation helped amplify your understanding of AI-driven e-commerce search. Join us next time as we decode more strategies to drive smarter shopping experiences. Until then, stay curious, stay optimized, and let the echoes of better search power your conversions.